A new poll from Quinnipiac University shows that Bernie Sanders is now leading Hillary Clinton in Iowa. According to this poll, Bernie is polling at 41 points and Hillary is now polling at 40 points. So he's only leading by 1 point, but this is among 832 likely Iowa Democratic Caucus participants. So now just 2 months ago, Quinnipiac found that Bernie Sanders was only polling at 33%, whereas Hillary Clinton was polling at 52%. So Bernie Sanders was 21 points behind Clinton just a couple of months ago. So that just really does speak to the fact that he's really been able to galvanize the public. So when it comes to the other presidential candidates within the Democratic Party, Vice President Joe Biden is currently polling at 12 percentage points. Former Governor of Maryland, Martin O'Malley, is polling at 3 percentage points. Former Virginia Senator Jim Webb is at 1%. And Lincoln Chafee is at less than 1% currently. Now, they did not include Lawrence Lessig, who just joined the presidential race officially on Wednesday. So we'll see if he kind of changes up the poll a little bit when you control for him at the next Quinnipiac poll. So now, as for trustworthiness, only 4% of participants distrust Bernie Sanders, whereas 30% distrust Hillary Clinton. So this is definitely a problem among Iowa voters, and Clinton needs to somehow do anything to regain their trust. So now when you control for sex, you get really interesting results. So Sanders leads Clinton 49 to 28% among men, but Hillary Clinton leads Sanders when it comes to women 49 to 35. So really, really interesting results. Now, before you get too excited about these results, nonetheless, you have to understand that this may be an outlier, and seeing that they're only 1 percentage point apart, well, this is well within the margin of error, which for this poll, it's plus or minus 3.4 percentage points. But the methodology does seem reliable. So they conducted interviews in person, via landlines, and also cell phones. So that is the way you want to do it. You want to preferably not just gauge voter support on landlines, because then you're only getting older people, because they are the ones who statistically are more likely to have landlines. So this seems as though the sample is representative of the general public with respect to Iowa. So does this poll signal a new trend? Well, we can't tell yet. I think potentially this will be the case, but I mean, individual polls are not too reliable, so you really have to take them with a grain of salt and wait until you can look at the aggregate result. So once one or another poll, preferably several more polls, show that Bernie Sanders is leading Hillary Clinton in Iowa, then we can actually get super excited. But I mean, for now, this is a good sign, but we have to take it with a grain of salt because it's just one poll.